it until we saw stuff. That was fun.
You always have to be like, how you doing, YouTube? Beer. We're drinking it. And we're talking about it. It's pretty interesting stuff. I think it's interesting stuff. Most of you probably don't, but then again, people do watch from time to time. So, what do we got, Joe? Tell us what we have in front of us.
Today we have "Surrender to the Void" from Whiplash. I think it's a contract brewer. It says brewed under contract for Whiplash by Whiplash at Rye River Brewing Company, County Kildare, Ireland.
Okay, so
it's actually the county that my dad's from.
Nice.
Yes.
Semi-local stuff for Yosef over here.
Yes.
So yeah, came directly from Ireland. I like to say that like I'm Jamaican. Ireland, boy. Yeah. So we're a couple things about this. One, the can is really fucking cool because it's just super minimal. There's not much going on, but I didn't realize until the second it's a sticker on a fucking metal can in it. That annoys me. Like so.
You thought it was like.
I thought it was like screen printed on there,
okay.
so now like my pretentious hate like label, whatever wants to just peel this off and throw it at the camera, but I don't want to waste all that time doing that.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah. Oh, jeez. We get to see the like perfectly.
There you go. That's even better. Now I like it even better. And then we can just go like that, and then I can drink the beer. No, seriously though. No, it's actually a cool fucking label. I really like it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It reminds me of something. The label, we actually didn't know this because when we were looking it up to put the information on here. Surrender to the Void is a lyric from the Beatles.
Yeah, from actually, as it turns out, the only Beatles song that you like.
No,
or love.
No. It was no.
Or a Beatles song that you really love.
No, it was the other song. There's only one song I like. It was a second song. I opened up a different song. They talked about that song in the comment section. Okay. So it's from the album of the song that I like. It's during a psychedelic age, so it's not that shitty of a Beatles song. Anyway, so the label's cool. As far as what it says on the label itself, let's see. Surrender to the Void, Whiplash, double IPA, brewed under contract, as he said, 8.5% alcohol by volume, and that be that. So that's all we get from.
Still being shorted, the 0.8.
What's the
ounces.
fucking? It's like
the milliliters.
Yeah, they do some kind of weird milliliter can thing in Europe.
I feel like Canada though, even
does
though
the same thing.
No, even though they were, I think that might just be bottle size, but even cans, were probably over 330 milliliters.
So we're gonna get a really big head on this because I decided to pull out these huge drop glasses that I love, but they don't really pour all that well. I love the shape though. This is actually one of my favorite glasses to drink out of, regardless of the style of beer. Just something about it just does it for me.
And the Oast,
little
really nice
little Canada action. Yeah. I have a blank one, Oast one, and I have an Omegang one that's essentially the same exact shape too. So yeah. I mean, huge head, but that's product of the pour. Yeah. That's us actually me pouring it in this huge drop. So you're getting nice creaminess. Pretty creepily uniform bubbles that goes like microscopic to medium size, and it's like tearing up. It's kind of cool. And it's got a subtle, nice haze to it. It's not super hazy. It's not going to be confused with New England style haze.
I was just going to say that.
But at the same time, it's not hazy. It's not hazy. It's like quadruple negatives there. Yeah. So yeah, almost dumped it. So let's get a nose on her. Honey, nice honey color.
It does have a nice honey color.
I'm gonna tell you what. I think I'm gonna like this beer.
Yeah, this smells really good.
Because what I'm getting is I'm getting a proper level of what I like sweetness to be in a double IPA, but it doesn't smell like it's gonna be overly sweet. I'm getting
nice hoppiness too.
Yeah, and it's it's fruity, but it's a lot of like it's a menage of fruits. You're getting your star fruits, your stone fruit, your citrus. But none of it's overtly like it's all equal. It's like
the hoppiness is balanced very well, as odd as that sounds.
And maybe it's just me, but I'm hoping, but I think I'm getting a little bit of honey malt out of this. I could be wrong, but
could be.
Yeah, but
it looks.
Yeah.
I mean, if I were to guess, probably honey malt.
It smells nice, sweet, juicy, but at the same time, I don't think it's gonna be overly like juicy. It's just gonna be like a lot of perfect balance going on. So I just gotta fucking drink this shit. So, cheers. That I did not expect. First things first, we're going to talk about dating. I thought this
it's on the label.
It's on the label that I peeled off like a douchebag. And let's talk a little dating first, okay? This has a date on it of best before March 25th, 2017. Okay. Now, so you're not dealing with a 6-month rule here, obviously, because they're not brewing in the future. Year, that's kind of weird to do in a double IPA.
Yeah.
So is it more than a year? Is it 2 years? I think it might, because it tastes like a beer that sat around for a while. Because the promise that was in the nose didn't really deliver in the mouth. It's, again, another thin beer. The mouthfeel's really not there. I expect it to be a little bit better.
The mouthfeel is pretty watery. One thing it doesn't have, though, is that, and I think it's the style of malts that they're using, it doesn't have that syrupy maltiness that you get with older IPAs.
Yeah, we just reviewed a Brewdog beer.
Like, if you let that Brewdog beer sit around, I think that's going to get syrupy as fuck. Like, if you let it go well past its best before date.
Well, but here the point I was gonna err towards or try to illustrate is this is the same thing. It tastes like a beer that's way smaller.
Yeah,
it's the second beer in a row where we had like a beer at 7,
like
now we're at 8.5. It's drinking like 5% beer.
Yeah, if this was, what is it, like 8.6? If this was like 4.6, it would be perfect. And we're like, wow, look at all this hot flavor in this like fucking session IPA. And we're like, now it's a double IPA. And we're like, oh.
Yeah, it's danger. And it's danger, like, I don't, like, this is, again, flip the script as Joe's pretty much talking about. I want this beer to be 4.5. I don't want it to be the opposite. I want more flavor with less ABV. And I understand sometimes it's not possible unless you're from Montreal, but it's like, at that ABV, you should be able to deliver something pretty fucking impactful.
Yeah.
And that's what you're going for. Like, for me, I know when I start to get up there in 8-9%, I want impact. I want balance. I want well-made beer. I just don't want fucking shit thrown in my face. But at the same time, this is just leaving me wanting. Like, I want, like, something a bit bigger, a bit juicier. So, yeah. Let's talk about it. It's one of the better double IPAs I've had as of late, not even close. Just kind of, it's fun, it's cool. I'll never have it again, probably, because it comes from some small town in in Kildare, which is, like, the only time I've ever been to Kildare is, like, a local shitty restaurant, and, you know what I mean? And, I'll never go there. What do you think?
I mean, it's really cool. The most fun part about this, for me, is to see, you know, different beers coming out of Ireland. You know, when you think Ireland, you think Guinness, and
it goes a step further. You don't think of craft beer in general when you think of Ireland. It's not like, oh man,
you think Guinness.
You have that new, that's it. It's in, like, the war, and that's pretty much it. And really shitty soccer teams.
Yeah,
that's about it. And then St. Patrick's Day in Scranton,
to see
which is horrible.
some cooler beers, like, craftier stuff. Well, honestly, one of my first craft beers was an Irish beer, made by I forget what the brewery's called, but the beer is a pale ale. It was actually my first pale ale that I ever had. Came from Ireland, and it was something that we were in Galway, and it's called Hooker Pale Ale. Galway's a big sailing town. It's on the east or west coast of the country, and I was looking around for it. It's one of my first times being in Ireland by myself. I'm like, I want to try that beer, or I want to try that beer. I'm over there with, like, my own money, and I could just kind of do what I want. And I see that, and they didn't have it. The keg was gone, and a new delivery wasn't coming for a couple of days. Went back, got to try it, and, like, I don't know what the fuck this beer is. It was way too bitter. But that was my only experience with Irish craft beer at the time. And now to see, like, more and more beers coming out, and, my cousin's, like, beer scene is actually really growing. It's cool to it's cool to experience and like get to try some of the beers.
And that's the thing. I think, and that's kind of like what I was trying to kind of hint at is that while this beer doesn't blow me away, I'm really happy that I got to try it because it's something new and it's nice to try something from a place that you normally don't think of when it comes to craft beer. Mm-hmm. Value and availability, we're going to skip over that because we have no idea. Yeah, and just say, if you like what, will you like this? If you like trying new beers from new areas, you want to see how that area is progressing with beer, because that's what it's all about. It's seeing what regions have to offer that normally don't produce craft beer that you're used to, and that's the thing. Like if I were to ever go to Kildare again, not the shitty restaurant, but the place, I would totally go to this brewery now. I would make it a point and be like, now I want to go to this brewery.
I have to try this place.
And I want to try this, and I want to try it fresh, and I want to try it like all the other stuff they have to offer. Because, well, it's not made badly. There's nothing negative in it. It's just not where...
It has a feel that it's been around.
Yeah, and that's it. There you go. Another live review in the books. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the review. If you did or you didn't or somewhere in between, please leave a comment in the comment section below and all that fun stuff. As for me and Joe, you can find us at, me, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Tap Master Beers, all four of those places.
You can find me on nepabeerreviews.squarespace.com. Also Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at nepabeerreviews.
And you can find both of us on Beer Geeks Radio, Sundays, noon, locally, or on the online, locally, 103.1, and online, WILKNewsRadio.com on Sundays at noon, or on syndication, iTunes, and Stitcher. And yeah, there you go. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the review. Hopefully you're enjoying a nice Irish-born double IPA right now, and hope to see you next time. Cheers.
Cheers.
No beer to cheers to this time.
We drank it all.
Kind of feel weird. Yeah, we hated it that much that we drank it all.
Yeah.
What you gonna do it like that, son? Probably got a little bit of that. Anyway, how you doing, YouTube? Beer. More beer.
Yes.
For you to watch us drink. More Irish beer. What's this one all about?
This is a passion fruit sour from Yellow Belly or Simon Lambert and Sons in Wexford, Ireland. I don't think I've ever had passion fruit before, so I'm